right into this, bros. Just give me a moment. Maybe I'm going to turn the camera back on. There we go. Yeah, it's a bottle of Welch's pineapple juice. I like pineapple juice, bros. Yeah, I look bad, dudes. I'm sorry, bros. I'm, I really am. I'm not doing good, dudes. I'm not going to pump it up and say I am when I'm not. Uh, but I know this. I believe in my Lord, and I think that as long as He has His hands on me, I'll be alive. And there's no other man going to ever change that. I believe that wholeheartedly. So it's the test server. Uh, just trying to set a few things up here before we get started. Uh, these are the blooms come back regardless. Regardless, they come back. I bought here's the new dockyard. I always buy it on here. You don't get to keep it. So just saying, just so you know it. Even if you complete it, you don't keep it. But it's something to do while you're playing it. The starter pack. We guess we could get just two more phases. Eh, well, okay. But you don't get to keep none of it. You can't even play with it. It won't let you. It won't let you. But and if you already own it, it doesn't matter. It's yours anyway. But like I'm Hanover here, I don't have the bonus package, but we'll go ahead and buy it because I play with it a lot on there. And each time, you know, it takes strips of it. It's not toward the ones that don't matter. And that's, I'm just throwing it out there, dude. Uh, your rank up captains does not count on your main server. Uh, uh, you get an NPT rewards. I'll show you. Public test server rewards. And I've been through combat missions. So here's your PT rewards. All these, most are community tokens, which can be traded in on the main server. Like here, so I'll have little niche or something. It plays out over 4 days. Now those you'll get those on your main. You'll get those on your main. All of these you'll get all of them as well. It's certain stuff. Uh, you'll get. You do it all. You get it all. It will go to your main server, and then these are really the point of this stuff. I don't know if I don't remember if they give them to you or not. And here's your dockyard rewards that you get back. And saying you'll get the blooms by each time, back every time. So you kind of get them back for the dockyards. So, but that's yeah, in a nutshell. In a nutshell, that's about it. Because you've in all honesty, that's about it in a nutshell. So you get them done like that, and pretty well don't have to Don't have to surrogate the situation. Can I lie about it? And I wonder what kind of games modes they got this time. They some random co-ops and unbreakable line. Oh, this one is that's supposed to be cool. Now I know we can play with that. Have oh, we need tier 8 and tier 9s. Oh, we got tier 9. You can swap. Oh, okay. Stuff for reload. We got him on our seven. The seven. Okay. Now, let me get this. See what we can do. 8. Let's talk about. Okay. Alrighty. Let's give it some breakable line to try there. See what we can do, my good. I don't think it'll be terribly hard. Damn, dude, 2 minutes already. I'm sorry, bros. We still haven't found anything, have we? Dang. Somebody claiming it, I guess. Yeah, man. I'm so dehydrated, dudes. I mean, really. Oh fuck, man. Turn this junk back off here. I mean, that's pure shit. We're not about to play nothing on this test server, bros. Let's try something else out. Let's look at what we can do. Decide. No comments, okay. Either of the three. Either of the three. Try random co-ops. Random co-ops. That unbreakable shit there. Okay. Let's do the random co-ops. We'll do a co-op, it's easier. Let's take our big honey money out. Yeah, the big guy. There he is. Okay. Let's stick in there. What about him? He's a 21. Yes. Play some here. I mean, that's the whole point, man. It's to play. I guess they're gonna have to set, trying to get a match. I ain't been playing a lot lately anyway, and I've been allowed to say I have. I've been sick, man. Maybe later others will get on we can, because I ain't bought nothing from my main servers. I just need to play, the daily stuff, so it's not like it's anything big. What we at? Yeah, well,
Autopilot mode enabled. Battle starts.
the luck I've had, bros. I mean, in all honesty, been trying to play more randoms and stuff. To not lie. Feel that I'm getting enough
instructions.
high level stuff. I can't.
Enemy force detected.
I'm being pushy and rushy.
Spotter airborne.
I am playing much better than I were.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still lose. I'm losing just as bad. I just feel better at the route I'm going about it. Guy we're at.
Spotter returning to ship. Autopilot mode disabled. Ship is on fire. Torpedoes, direct front. Problem solved, sir.
Enemy cruiser foundered. sunk. Our team has taken the lead.
I got down there. I could that from here. That a little bit for my guns. Okay, we got that. We can go after him. All right, boys.
Spotter airborne. Spotter destroyed. The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Ram him out.
Hold below the water.
all kinds of stuff early, didn't we? Get overall, we no, I guess we did. So overhaul, we went nowhere, but no, we sure did. Okay, let's get a good timer. Okay. I got 50. I'm gonna go to the speech house. That's good. Okay, we got another duck yard. Hey, what we got here? 10 boxes, one. We got a shark's patch, big blue. 11 boxes. Choking a mile. Well, no. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Got one left. What's next? Eight co-op. What's that? Okay. 1 second to it, brothers. You'll get me out. Well, no, that's enough water. I can make it over. That's what's happening. We'll get me a Mountain Dew, but we'll do another one. Do. Tell you, my friends, that's I've Pamela Bondi going no hold barred on Vandal. Let's check this out, bros.
Feel their rib cage. Ribs should be easy to feel, but not visible.
No copyrights.
Visit today to the Department of Justice for a speech laying out his vision for restoring law and order and ending the weaponization of the Department of Justice and our law enforcement agencies. Here's the president yesterday.
We have a great Justice Department. Pam Bondi is so fantastic. We don't want to have crime in the streets. We don't want to have people pushed into subways and killed, and then the person that did the pushing ends up in a 15-year trial and gets off scot-free. We want to have justice, and we want to have safety in our cities as well as our communities. And we'll be talking about immigration. We'll be talking about a lot of things. The complete gamut.
And joining me right now is the woman tasked with the job, the nation's U.S. Attorney General, Pam Bondi. AG, great to have you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Maria. It's great to be with you.
And of course, you sat and testified under oath to the Senate Judiciary Committee, the same thing, that you would only follow the facts and the law. Tell us how you will de-weaponize the DOJ.
Well, Maria, we've been doing it since day one, and we're going to continue to do that. President Trump's mission was very clear. His directive was make America safe again. That's what we're going to do. No more weaponization. We're going to go back to fighting basic crime, getting these cartels out of our country by securing our borders, prosecuting the worst of the worst, seizing the drugs, which is what President Trump has directed us to do since the second he's been in office, and lock up the violent criminals as long as we can behind bars or seek the death penalty. And that's what we've been doing. You know, we've signed death warrants. We've to seek the death penalty since he's been in office. It's not business as usual. We are going back to the basics, fighting violent crime. And taking these drugs off the street is the main component of keeping our kids safe.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, because people have been afraid to walk the streets, basically, because there's no accountability. You have to go to the drugstore and find your toothpaste locked up. Tell me how you're going to do it and what you can tell us about the president's speech today at the DOJ.
Yeah, you know, he has never been to the Department of Justice.
That's amazing.
And it's right, and I can't wait for him to be there to show that he is going to make America safe, that he has been making America safe. Just since he's been in office, 2,000 kilos of fentanyl have been taken off the streets. It's crazy what he's done. 18,000 kilos of methamphetamine. These are the things that are killing our kids from coast to coast, whether it's St. Louis to 170,000 pills of fentanyl in Utah. That's one life per pill. And he has been fighting drugs, fighting the cartels, and we are going to keep America safe. And, you know, the weaponization has ended. They are trying to weaponize against Elon Musk, and we are not going to let that happen either.
Well, that's right. And we saw all the vandalism to the Tesla cars this week. President Trump will reportedly invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which allows him to fast-track deportations of criminals that are illegal migrants. ICE also arrested more than 32,000 illegal migrants in the first 50 days of the president's second term, including those 14,000 convicted of crimes. AG, I want to get your take on how you're going to do this, because you're facing pushback, right? The sanctuary cities are saying, no, we are sanctuary. We're going to continue sanctuary. So where is the accountability for some of these sanctuary cities that are working against you?
Yeah, well, you're seeing what's happening. We're suing them. We're suing the states. They will no longer be sanctuary cities. We will come in there. We will arrest you. We will prosecute you. We will deport you. If you've committed a crime, you will go to prison in our country for as long as possible. If you're an illegal alien, we will deport you. It's that simple. That's what's been happening. Our federal government is working great now. You know, these liberal mayors, governors, we're not going to put up with it. I've warned them. If they're not listening, they will continue. We will continue to sue them. We will continue to pull their federal funding until they comply with federal law, because our job is to make America safe again. And I don't know how, Maria, they can quarrel with that.
Well, I mean, you're sending messages out that, you know, there will be accountability. And I think everyone has to agree that you want accountability for people who are, you know, trafficking drugs and humans. So that's great. But we also have seen real weaponization against President Trump, against the Republicans over the last 10 years.
That's right.
I lived it, the Russia collusion story. Will anyone be held accountable for the Russia collusion lie that the Clinton campaign and the Democrats came up with against President Trump that ripped our country apart?
Maria, when we say we're ending the weaponization, we're ending it. People will be held accountable who weaponized our government. You know, there were a lot of pardons out there, but there were a lot of people who were not pardoned. And if you targeted someone, if you went after someone because of their political affiliation, we will be investigating you. We will be looking at you, because that's the weaponization, and it has to stop. For instance, look what they're continuing to do, as I said, to Elon Musk. They are targeting Tesla dealerships. the stations where you charge a Tesla. They're vandalizing cars. I have already directed an investigation be opened to see how is this being funded, who is behind this, doing this. We have people we're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, go to a dealership, do anything, you better watch out because we're coming after you.
Wow.
And
well,
if you're funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
So, I mean, in terms of the Russia collusion story, is there any work on that? Are you going to try to find out who, in fact, pushed this lie that Trump colluded back in 2017?
Enemy heavily damaged.
Maria, we have teams of lawyers working nonstop on every issue you can imagine to end the weaponization. And what you're saying, that will put an end to the weaponization, all the lies, everything that's happened. It's over. It's a new day. We also want to move forward and fight violent crime.
Of course. And you also recently formed an internal DOJ team to work with DOJ on the cost-cutting measures. What can you tell us? Because they're going to dig into the nation's top law enforcement divisions, reviewing their internal budget reviews to find savings, right?
Yeah, the massive amounts of money that have been wasted. Truly, we know. I don't think any of us, Elon couldn't even dream how big the massive amounts of money were that's been taken from your tax dollars, from my tax dollars, and just squandered away to foreign countries all over the world, the USA, the EPA, and they're fighting us on that. They're trying to force us to pay this money out. We're not going to do it. We have teams of lawyers fighting to protect our tax dollars, and we're going to continue to do that. Of course, we're going to lose in these liberal district courts, but we will win in the Supreme Court. We will prevail. Donald Trump will control the budget. These agencies will control where their money goes. It was a setup from the beginning by all of these liberal agencies that when we came in here, all this money would still be flowing out. But they were caught. Now they've been exposed, and we will find all of them, and all of our great agencies who work so well together will protect Americans and Americans' tax dollars. Thanks to the hard work of Elon and DOJ.
And you also want the public to trust the FBI. I mean, this is our leading law enforcement agency. We need everybody to trust the FBI. And I'd like to see some accountability. Can you take us from a 30,000 feet look at what happened here? How did it become so political, AJ?
Maria, that in my wildest dreams, I never realized how bad it was. Yeah. But now that we have Kash Patel in there, and I'll tell you, in the Justice Department directly, it was totally weaponized. All the Jack Smith prosecutors are gone. All these agents at the FBI who are weaponizing government are gone. And that's where we're able to find the good men and women who want to be out there, who want to be fighting violent crime, who want to be keeping America safe, who want to be fighting terrorism. Last week, Director Radcliffe, Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, and I, we got to be at Dulles Airport in the middle of the night and greet a plane coming in from Pakistan with one of the worst terrorists in the world on the plane. And we got to thank the great men and women of the FBI. And that's what people don't see. The ones who are out there, they had spent a week in Pakistan getting this guy out of there. These people are second to none. Those are the real agents, and that's what we want to do, restore their integrity, restore the integrity of the Department of Justice, and show all the great things that at the direction of Donald Trump we're going to do for the next 4 years to keep America safe and make America safe again.
AJ, on the sanctuary cities thing, I know you've got all of these lawsuits out for people who are obstructing justice, obstructing your efforts. Are you saying that by the end of this 4 years there will be no more sanctuary cities?
No way. Okay. No way. No more sanctuary cities. I wouldn't even say 4 years. I'd say give it to the end of the year. Sanctuary cities are over. There are no more sanctuary cities as far as the federal government's concerned. What a sanctuary city means is they are harboring criminals. They are harboring illegal aliens. And if you're tipping someone off when there is going to be an ICE raid, DHS raid, we will find you and we will prosecute you. That jeopardizes the lives of our great men and women in law enforcement. Not going to happen anymore. It's a new day, and we're coming after you.
That is incredible, AJ. All right, let me get your take on something else, which a lot of people were emailing me about and talking to me about when they heard that you were coming on the show. The MAGA group is mad that they don't know more about the Epstein files. The MAGA group is mad that they don't know more about the January 6th investigation. Are you going to give us any more information on these two issues?
Sure. And first to the Epstein, I'm mad that I didn't have more information on Epstein. I was given 200 pages of documents. I've asked Director Patel. He came in after that, of course. I had asked for those documents prior to Kash coming in. Kash is going to get me all the information. I've asked him to find out why I didn't receive all those documents and he didn't receive all those documents. We've now found out, of course, that they were in New York. We've received truckload of documents of evidence, and Kash is going to give me a deadline on when he can go through that to protect, of course, the victims of sex trafficking who are wrapped into this. And he's going to give me a deadline on when he can get this, and we will get out as much as we can, as fast as we can, to the American people, because they deserve to know. Same with January 6th. We're all working on JFK right now. We will be working on Martin Luther King. All of these things that the president promised, we will be doing. They can try to hide documents from us, but they can't. It might take a little longer. We will find them and we will release them to the American people because it's transparency.
I mean, we want to know if there was criminality during the during COVID and January 6th. I mean, on January 6th, there was speculation that they destroyed documents. Did they destroy documents, the January 6th commission?
Maria, we are looking into all of that. Nothing is off the table.
And in terms of COVID and all of the thousands of people working with social media to try to censor Americans' information during the COVID era? Yeah.
Everything's being looked at. Everything is on the table. Maria, again, it was the ultimate weaponization, what they did, things that were hidden from the American people. But it's a new day. Donald Trump is the most transparent president in our nation's history. We are all acting at his directive, and America will be transparent again as well.
Well, we love it. AG will be watching for this conference later when the president comes to the DOJ. We so appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right, America's Attorney General, Pam.
Dang, bruh. I figured they would, man. I mean, in all honesty, I voted for them just because of that. That hopefully that that they would go after them and put a stop to it. You know, it needs to be, man. I mean, honestly, it needs to happen, bros. They've turned our court systems and stuff upside down. We're not the country we were. Definitely, we're not. It saddens me to see how much the U.S. has changed. It really does, bros. And I'm not just saying that, dudes. I'm being honest. That we Schumer there, there.
Please sign the petition and urge Congress to make assault rifles illegal for civilians. There's no practical application in civilized society for assault rifles. We need your help. Please tell Congress to outlaw them now. Thank you.
The criminals ain't going.
Wow, listen to this. The deadline to avoid a government shutdown is midnight tonight.
The Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer, is backing down on his fight to block Trump's agenda, handing the president a big win.
Aisha Hasni is live on Capitol Hill with all the details for us. Hey, Aisha. Hey, good morning to you guys. So we are expecting that vote on cloture to happen about 1:15 this afternoon. That is the most important vote, even more important than the government funding bill, because it unlocks that government funding bill. And that vote requires 8 Democrats to help Republicans out. That is why there's been so much beef on Capitol Hill. So we are still waiting to see how many Democrats who will join Senator Schumer after he made that big announcement last night. And the Democratic Party, really in crisis mode right now, because there are still so many Democrats in the House and in the Senate that oppose this government funding bill because it does not include that provision they wanted that would block President Trump and Elon Musk and Doge from cutting more from the federal government that they are trying to fund right now. So as I said, last night, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer came out with this stunning announcement. He caved to Republicans and said that he would be supporting this short-term government funding bill, that he would help Republicans. And he said it's because a shutdown would have been so much worse for federal workers. Watch.
The Trump administration would have full authority to deem whole agencies, programs, and personnel non-essential, furloughing staff with no promise they would ever be rehired.
The change of heart came after a very tense lunch among Senate Democrats yesterday, in which I could personally hear what sounded like Senator Kirsten Gillibrand screaming at her colleagues about how a shutdown would look for them. Republicans are now taking a victory lap.
Chuck Schumer overplayed his hands, and fortunately we have Leader Thune, who just outmaneuvered him. Thune said from the very beginning of this Congress that the Democrats can either do this the easy way or do it the hard way, and they have chose the hard way the entire time.
So remember I said the party is in crisis mode. The left is absolutely eviscerating Schumer right now. AOC calling his decision devastating. She says there's actually still time to convince enough Democrats in the Senate to vote against this thing.
I think there is a deep sense of outrage and betrayal. And this is not just about progressive Democrats. This is across the board, the entire party.
So, guys, all of the House Democrats are actually at their retreat right now in Leesburg, Virginia. That's where we caught up with AOC. And there are reports that there are a ton of Democrats that are lobbying AOC to now primary Senator Chuck Schumer in New York. So there is a lot of angst right now ahead of this vote.
So, Aisha, you should know that she's barely popular in Queens. She does not have the constituency to primary a powerful senator like Schumer. But let me ask you, so you heard the screaming, and is it your belief that she was saying we have no choice, we have to pass this because it'll give, on the premise it'll give Donald Trump and Elon Musk more power if you shut down the government?
So that is what it sounded like to all the reporters that were standing on the other side of this door. It's a very thick Senate, door. And so it's hard to hear word for word what she was saying. But it did sound like she was telling her colleagues after a more than an hour-long meeting that this is a bad look for us, that if the government shuts down, this isn't an ordinary shutdown, that in this political climate, it's going to look very, very bad for Democrats. And this was a really tough political corner that Schumer was backed into. He was damned if he did this, damned if he didn't. And so he really did what I think a lot of people that have been on Capitol Hill for a long time, what Kevin McCarthy did, what Mitch McConnell has done, and he chose to keep the government open.
But Aisha, a lot of us knew that they were going to eventually cave, but not so quickly. What happened to cause the cave so quickly? I mean, we were anticipating a shutdown, working over the weekend, prepare for this moment.
So 2 things. I think Kirsten Gillibrand yelling at them probably also was a big part of it. But also there are vulnerable Democrats that are up for re-election in 2 years. So there is some thought that this was a political calculation by the leader to sort of shield those Democrats. We're talking about people like John Ossoff, Raphael Warnock in Georgia. We're talking about a bunch of different people who will face tough re-elections. So they may not want to vote for this thing. And they're coming out and saying, on Twitter right now. Yeah, they're coming out and saying they're not voting for this. But again, the key vote to look for tonight is not the actual government funding bill. As a Democrat, if you're a Democrat, Lawrence, which I hate to say to you because I know you don't like that, but if you're a Democrat, you can tell your constituents, I'm a no on government funding, but a yes on the vote to cloture, to unlock the bill. That's the key. That's the one that matters. That's the one that Republicans need them on. They need 60 votes. That's the threshold, overcoming the filibuster. And they need about 8. 6 really, because they have Fetterman and Schumer now.
Now that Schumer has backed down and says he's going to vote to keep the government funded and running, are other Democrats following suit? Do you know? Do the Republicans have the 7 Democrats that they need?
Yeah, we don't know yet. People have not publicly come out other than John Fetterman and Schumer. We believe Tim Kaine has already come out and said that he would be open to this if they got amendment votes. So that's what happens in the next couple of hours. Is the two sides will probably talk about amendments, and then that might be enough to make certain Democrats feel comfortable.
Okay.
But Chuck Schumer would not have come out and announced this if he didn't already have names.
Interesting.
Of all 8.
Aisha, thanks so much. Great reporting as usual. So I think there's a couple of things happening. Number one, Fetterman came out and said, I will never vote for to shut down the government. But this is the responsible thing to do. I would say the same thing if Mitch McConnell, it was 4 years ago, Mitch McConnell was in the minority. Because if you shut down the government, it is a cataclysmic event that just puts more chaos into the market and other things. And what's the outcome? What is the outcome? There is nobody that would look at this and say this isn't all the Democrats' fault. You don't want to continue to fund the government that you've outlined you funded under Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You just we added in border funding and we added in more military.
The Democrats are in a tough spot because they don't want to give Donald Trump this win, but they also have preached against government shutdowns for the last, decade? And then they also voted for the CR last September. They voted for it again in December under Joe Biden. They just hate Trump so much they don't want to give him
They were boxed in on from two perspectives. A, they would have got the blame for the shutdown. But 2, if they did shut down the government, they would have given the president and Elon Musk more control of what was considered a priority or not. So they were damned if they did, damned if they didn't at that point.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes to port.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes astern.
The enemy is about to win.
The ship is on fire. Torpedo tubes destroyed.
Enemy severely damaged.
Problem solved, sir. fire!
Whatever, I mean, I didn't lose no lives, but there's a bunch of them dead. It doesn't matter about that. I don't know. Huh. I don't know. It does, doesn't it? I honestly don't. I need a second. I need a second. Oh. I take my stomach pill. If I'm, where it is. Let me set this keyboard back here a little bit. Should be right around the top. Oh, it's working. Let's draw. Yep, it's a stomach pill. This little bugger here is what brought me out of it when my throat was hurting so bad. I had to see. It's like I can't hold it till you see it. That's the culprit. This one I need to take as well. I got this one stuff I'm sure you have. Here in a second. I have to take for my to wash my mouth and like numbs my throat. Supposedly it doesn't. I don't feel it numb. I mean, that could just be That could be just me about it, but I don't feel it none. Yeah, 1 second, browser. And oh, 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 here's the engine. Oh, yeah, the engine turned away. Okay, now this little bugger. Get it, you can see it. It's a little like a football shaped. I can't really pronounce the name of it, so but this one is for my stomach. One of the drugs in my chemotherapy treatment has causes like it's like having an ulcer. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, bub. Reaper Omen. I appreciate that. I'm playing the test server, my dude. Playing the test server. Trying to, excuse me, trying to get my medication. I took this here stuff. It's for my throat as well, and I have to wait an hour after I take it. Take the pill I just took. It's for I'm getting bad side effects from my chemotherapy, and and having to deal with that as well as the chemo. Some of them really life threatening, like that one there. Ain't as much life threatening as the pain it puts you in. I mean, when your throat's sore, hurting, swelled, and barely can eat. Uh, you don't want to. You don't want to. So you know, it's took them about 2 weeks to figure out what was wrong with me, which they figured it was in my chemo treatments anyway, but because I've been on chemo. I've had 22 sessions, 23. I've took 23 rounds in a little better than a year. I honestly have. That does take a toll on you. It's took a significant toll on me. I appreciate that, Reaper. I really do. That's why you haven't seen me so much lately. I've been trying to deal with all these. I got bedridden for about 6 days, and I couldn't even get out of bed. It was all I could do is to get out of my bed and go to the bathroom and get back in bed. They had me. I was keeping about 120 to 100, anywhere from 120 to 130. I've not got back to 100, close to it, by 127, while in there and weight. Uh, last 3 times I've been weighed, I've went down every time, and now I weigh 108 pounds. That's and I'm 6 foot tall. So I mean, that alone is significant. And I'm teetering on the edge whether I can keep going with my chemo or if I have to stop. They give me a break, lowered the dosage that ended up doubled size in my liver, doubled size in my left lung, and spread it to my right lung. And me still taking the chemotherapy as it did it. That's why I try to be honest with people and stuff. They'll say, well, they'll get it in remission. Yeah, they will. But the problem is I can never stop taking the treatments because the moment I do, it will come back. I mean, and there's just no other way around it. The moment I stop taking treatments will be the moment my chemo comes back. So I just we're working on getting me to where I can take chemotherapy pills, Keytruda pills. I can do it in a pill form. I don't have to take those injections that are killing me. They've been putting a thing on me I'll go in now. I just changed again. I'm back on the full dose that I was on to start with.
Battle starts.
I'll go in. They'll prep me up, take my weight, make sure that I can take it. Then I don't even know about this, boy. Then they get me ready, and I'll take my chemo. And when that's said,
Awaiting instructions.
Looks like a monitor.
Good luck, everyone.
Pictures of that daggone thing. They'll put that on me, and that's at that point in time, the next day it injects that medicine into me, and it's got some kind of other stuff in it. I mean, I'm not for sure.
Enemy force detected.
It's for my white blood cells because they're destroyed. And they told me I'd have to start having that done regularly as well. And I'm lucky, man. I got good medical, and I don't have to pay for all this. I mean, I'll be honest. I am absolutely lucky. Don't have to pay for all this, and it's a good thing, I couldn't pay for this stuff, man. It's about $10,000 for a dose of chemo, every bit of it. Now they put these and other thing. I mean, I think they said it was about $1,000 in the medicine.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Overwhelming. I mean, in all honesty, not being trying to be a conspiracy theorist or anything. And I wouldn't doubt at all they have a cure for it. Won't use it because there's so much money to make. Like patients like me. I can't go into surgery because they did get a remission. They can take it out of me. They said I'll die on the operating table with that. So I'm in one of them categories. I don't have a choice. I have no choice. What do you do?
Severely damaged.
All we can do is just keep fighting. But get where we have to have me to be. Man, it's so messed up about that. Did all those tests on me. They told me where I was at. Stage 4 lung cancer. It had spread to the liver. I went in March of 24. They had did some scans on me. And they looked good. They looked terribly good. And so they told me, said, well, you had struck significantly in the left lung, and that my liver, you can barely see it. And the doctor told me, I'm going to lower your dosage, and he said there's no need to torture you with high dosages, and I was almost in remission then.
Enemy battleship detected.
Dang on, man. Went from that to, we went, I don't get it. Went March to December before we did it again. They give me my next scan. But I thought at that point, the
ship is on fire!
What we was going to do about what kind of medicine we were going to put me on, you know. I just wasn't it. I'm a lie about it. That wasn't it at all, boy. Just wanted to decide, trying to find out what was killing me at that point. I got tore down, boy. That's a lie about it. Sure was, I mean, not to lie, man. I was definitely down. Went out, man, around Christmas had come to pass. He'd been out of town, so I didn't get to see him.
Problem solved, sir.
I know there's something wrong, man. About look on his face when he walked in. He looked at me with tears in his eyes. He said, man, I'm so sorry. And I said, I ain't got nothing to be sorry for, bro. Like, Lord, why would you be sorry, man? It's just one of those. I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought it was like found something somewhere else. So, gun, buddy. Your hands is double the size. Because when we started in the left one, your lever is double the size it was.
The ship is on fire!
Lever, and now so I have to both my lungs down him, big old nozzle that does, bro. And he, oh, I'm back, Jack, look at that. And he took a lot of heat out there, and just can't get rid of that, boy. Oh, God, he's a good old guy, dude. I mean, he honestly is.
All stations, proceed to capture that area. Problem solved, sir.
Dr. Hammond is a hell of a good doctor. But at the end of the day, though, this has been a roller coaster ride. Never been a bit of I ain't think about that, dudes. You walk out, you think you done. I mean, you think you've lived halfway decent. Never expected to live as long as you have. That's a lie about it. I mean, never expected to live as old as I am. I said I did, I'm alive. Never. I thought I'd die way before now, man. And I need to lie about it. I always figured wasn't that good of me, man. I've never stuck one time in my life. That house, my whole life, I was about 14, 15. Well, maybe younger than that, about 13. About 13 years old. My father wore my ass out. I didn't know who it belonged to. I'd be alive and say it did. It wouldn't matter. I would have done. Man, that's old boy growed up with him. His mom had married my uncle.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
On
Torpedoes to port.
All
breach. We're taking on water quickly. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
I was getting if only regardless on we stoked copper in the mine. I never got a penny in the mine. Not a penny of it. The boy kept it every bit. And I was the one guy.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Me over that. And I have to say I deserved every little lick I got to. I said, man, if I couldn't work and pay for anything, I wouldn't get it. I've held by that for the rest of my life. I've done that way. If I can't pay for it, I don't want it. If I have to steal or lie to people and try to crook and get I don't want it. You know. I mean, I don't. I really, honestly don't. I mean, I just do not believe in stealing. Even if it is, people say, well, it's Walmart, or it's Target, or it's this or that. Dude, for one thing, when you're stealing out of stores like that, the customers are paying for your stealing. They are. They're having to pay for you stealing. So you're just being a butthole, passing it all onto the passing it all on to the people that's no better shape you are, really. But at least they are paying for what they're getting. You're stealing it. You think you're doing so much better. I mean, my God, man. If you really don't understand what you're doing, or if that's bad, yeah, you do.
The ship is on fire.
Yeah, we do, brother. Sure we do. You realize what you're doing, folks.
The ship is on fire.
I got that. What I had. I mean, you really do. You cost the people money when you do it. I've had family members, and I'm not going to mention names or anything, and I don't care to say the truth about it, that it's shameful what go in, take, have a TV, big ass TV. When as family member, like I said, I'm not going to say names. It had broke on him, but it was an accident. He wasn't doing right what he was, so he went bought another TV, changed the back on him, took it back. Didn't have that one no time. Didn't do it. He did it about 3 or 4 times. I said, that's stealing. Oh, it ain't. I paid for the first one. Yeah, it tore up. Therefore, you should have went through the warranty. I'll be right back, Russell.